So everyone, welcome to the Power Play with CJ. I want to focus in on the Jeremy Morin situation in Chicago. Morin supposedly asking a trade out of the Blackhawks after being a healthy scratch, I believe, the last 8 or 9 games. No points, 15 games this season, but I guess his possession numbers are through the roof for whatever that's worth. I think he's bringing a level of feistiness that they like, but he's just not getting ample opportunity to play in the top 6 and compete and produce. He had decent numbers last year in 24 games, 11 points in those 24 games. Still only 23 years old, and the thing of it is he turned pro at 19. He played with Rockford that year, and then a little bit with Chicago, and a little bit with the U.S. World Junior Team that year. So he he got a lot of action. So he's been playing pro hockey for fifth year pro hockey, give or take. He's only 23, so that's something to keep an eye on. But you see this with Jimmy Hayes. Kevin Hayes obviously didn't want to sign there because of this. Dylan Olsen, guys like that. Even Brandon Perry. They get out of there, and then they're able to play in other NHL situations. And I just think a lot of times, and this goes for a lot of sports. Jalen Rose, the NBA players in also needs to now say a lot of draft busts get drafted in bad situations. It's so much of how your career transpires. It's a matter of just where you were drafted. What team took you, what team invested the pick in you, and where you get to start your career, and under what circumstances do you start your pro career. And I think it's a similar situation here. I just think you're looking at a guy like Morin that's shown he can compete in the minors. Obviously, a great year with the Kitchener Rangers in 2009, 2010, and then the really really good numbers with the U.S. development team. So I just think giving him a fresh start somewhere else would probably be the best thing for both parties. But yeah, I don't know if Chicago's going to do that. I believe they just sent him down on a conditioning assignment. And you feel bad for the kid because he's got a ton of talent. It's just not happening for him in Chicago. And at 23 years old, there's still time to figure it out. And change of scenery could be just with a doctor order to get him going at the next level. I mean, he averaged a point a game last year in the minor leagues with 47 points, 47 games. And then, like I said, 11 points, 24 games in the NHL with the Blackhawks. So, he's shown he's got, offensive productivity in him. It's just a matter of being able to get those chances and deliver on them. But, I feel bad for the kid because I met him over the summer. He was actually supposed to come on the power play over the summer and then just never really materialized. But really a nice kid, and you're hoping the best for him. And I think again, you lump it in those prospects that kind of get caught in the depth of Chicago. Adam Clendenin, another guy that is a legitimate power play with CJ fan. He's kind of got lost in the shuffle as well. So hopefully it gets figured out for a lot of these guys because they're good hockey players, and whether it happens in Chicago or happens elsewhere, they all deserve a fair shot in the NHL for whatever that's worth. Anyway, that's on this episode of the Power Play with CJ on the Jeremy Morin situation in Chicago. Stay tuned for episodes for the season and beyond. Later, guys.